Welcome to our cooking show, Generation Chefs. My name's Tarin.
I'm Olivia.
And here we are cooking a beautiful dessert or a savoury dish from Olivia's heritage. Olivia, can you tell me more about it?
Alright, so today we're going to make a traditional Sicilian dessert called cannoli, everybody's favourite. To start with, we've got a few ingredients. There is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a tablespoon of caster sugar, just over a tablespoon of butter. There's half a cup of Marsala wine.
What is Masala wine?
Well, if you're wondering what that is, this is what it is. Never leave home without it. It's an Italian sweet wine, mainly used for desserts, things like tiramisu, but you can also use it in savoury dishes, creamy pastas, things like that.
So it's something you wouldn't leave home without?
Definitely not.
Oh, I think I'll have to pick up a bottle of this later. I'm thinking I might smell actually.
Yeah.
Oh, it actually smells good. Ooh,
Yeah.
quite strong.
It is very strong smelling.
And what do we use for the filling?
For the filling, we have ricotta, obviously. Bit of cream to mix in with that, and also some powdered sugar. To give it a bit of flavour, we have some aromatic cinnamon, if you want to have a smell of that.
Oh, yum.
And also, you can grate some lemon zest and orange zest.
So that kind of bring that zestiness to the dish, I
Yeah.
think.
Also, another thing that's popular is chopped up pistachios. I don't have that today, but another time you can add that in as well.
So that will be more of an alternative?
Yeah, exactly. Or you can mix it all in together. It's up to personal taste there.
Oh, okay.
But for today, instead, I've just got some little chocolate chips, and one, and also just some dark chocolate that I'm just going to melt up to do some decorations with.
Chocolate, yum.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I guess we must get cooking to it then.
I think so.
Alright, let's get started.
Beautiful.
So what do we actually need first to start it off?
Okay, so we will need, I might just take that bowl on the bottom.
Yep.
And the sifter. What we need to do is just sift this together.
So how many cups would you say that is?
This is the 2 cups.
2 cups?
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm
there.
just going to eat the chocolate.
Okay. Add in the sugar. Sorry. Whoops. Also, what doesn't hurt is just a touch of salt.
And what does the salt do?
Just to cut a bit of the sweetness.
Yep.
It's not an overly sweet dessert anyway, but we are putting chocolate and things like that in there, so.
So how many times would you say you've made cannoli in your life?
Ooh, that's a very good question. How many times I've eaten cannoli is probably a better question. Just gonna clean some of this up. Okay, so we have sifted that all together now, the dry ingredients. After that, what we need to do is just grab the butter.
Do we need a spoon or?
No, actually, this is where you've got to get a bit physical. You've got to do it with your hands. Break the butter up here into small little pieces. And then you actually got to...
So we're actually massaging the butter through the
Yeah.
flour?
You've got to sort of just, like you said, almost massage it, and it should look like crumbs, sort of like breadcrumbs.
Oh, so it's just making like a dry crumble base.
Yeah, exactly right. And then we will be adding in the masala, and the egg yolk once it starts to look like a bit sandy.
Okay.
Okay, so what we need to do is put in the egg yolk.
Okay, egg yolks here.
Yep, and the wine as well. Could you just pass me the spatula and maybe just a spoon just to mix it all around?
Of course.
Thank you.
Okay, I might just take that to move it out of your way as well.
Thank you.
Okay, so how much of the masala wine would you say you're using?
That's about half a cup in there.
Half a cup.
Okay.
So what are we actually doing here? Combining the ingredients together?
Yeah. You can also use white wine if you're making cannoli, but I much prefer masala.
Okay, and what is the actual texture, like when you're making cannolis, what is the actual texture of the mixture has to be? Like, how do you know if it's too dry or if it's too wet? I mean, how do you tell?
very good question.
I mean, it's meant to be like a.
Yeah, for now it's meant to be a bit of a wet dough, but it is gonna go. It is gonna go in the fridge for a while as well.
Okay.
What we're gonna do now is we need to actually wrap this. Yes, we need to put it in. We need to wrap this in plastic wrap now.
Okay, I'll just get some wrap. I think I've got some here. Always good to be in the kitchen.
Exactly.
Wrap. Always good to have. So just a little bit of.
So we need to pop that down, and then we want to avoid. It will take a long time to roll the cannolis out till they're quite thin. So we want to shorten that time now.
Okay. So how much? About that much, or?
Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. So what we need to do is wrap it up, and then just flatten it as such.
Okay, so why do we flatten it?
To avoid some of the rolling out time later. Could we just get a little bit
A bit more?
Yeah. You might find that, exactly. You might find that, but that's a good thing.
So it's always good sometimes to just double wrap if that is the case that happens?
Exactly right. But if that does happen, just know you're flattening it out and saving time for rolling later.
Okay. So we'll put this aside?
Yep, or actually flatten it a little bit more, I think. Just, give it a little squish. And then put it in the fridge and we'll start getting onto the filling.
So how long would you leave this in the fridge for?
Just while you're doing this. It only actually needs a few minutes, but I find
10-15?
Yeah. Well, just while you're making the filling should be absolutely fine.
Okay, I'll go pop this in the fridge.
Beautiful. We'll get on to another bowl. So we're starting here.
I'll just move these out of the way.
Oh yes, that would be great. Thank you.
Never have too much stuff here.
It's always good to start as well. If you're going to start something new with new flavours, to have nice clean bench, and that way no flavours will contaminate each other either.
Okay.
So get 2 bowls here. First thing we should probably do. Could you just pass me the spatula again?
Spatula. I can do that.
Okay. So.
How many grams of ricotta are you using? That's probably about a half a cup, or?
No, this is you need about 500 grams, I'd say.
500 grams, okay.
Yeah. Or 2 cups. So whatever amount of, however many cups of flour you used is how many cups of ricotta you used. That's, probably.
I guess that's a good tip.
That is a very good way to remember it. Now, we're just going to whisk that for literally this one. It's already quite smooth. I just want to whisk it for 1 second.
So is this taking out the air, or is that making a ball bite?
Yeah, you just want it to be completely smooth. I mean, we already bought smooth ricotta, but it just doesn't hurt to do that. Then over here, we've got our powdered sugar and our cinnamon. Just pass me the sifter again.
Sifter, of course.
Thank you. Sift that in. And with icing sugar, you sort of need to just speed things up.
So how would you do, if I'm making desserts, what would you normally do? Would you do wet to dry ingredients or dry to wet ingredients?
Always mix dry ingredients together first, then wet ingredients together. And then, I would say you slowly mix the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients.
And that is another tip for you guys out there.
Yeah.
Take that one.
Beautiful. And also at this point you can sift in the cinnamon too.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Lovely. So just give that a whisk. I hope that this doesn't
matter if you make a mess, that's the whole process of making it.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't do this if you're not prepared to clean up.
So as you can see, we're just combining all the ingredients now.
Yep. Lovely.
So it actually looks quite good.
Exactly. Now, we want to whisk the cream now in here, so we might just need to rinse these beaters off.
Yeah. I'll do it for you.
Thank you. And I will just start putting this cream in here. get it all. Okay, that's it. I haven't forgotten about this flavouring over here, but just add it in at the very, very end. Pop that over here for now as well.
Okay, you're the beaters?
Yes. Now, it's probably just take a minute just to whisk it until now what we need to do is just fold these into each other. So just, if I could just grab that spatula again. And then once again at the very end you put in that zest. I also would recommend not putting in the chocolate chips at this point, just because once you pipe the cannoli shells with the filling, if they have chocolate chips in the filling, it will get stuck in the actual piping bag.
Oh, okay.
So you need to sort of add them individually at the end.
Okay.
Same would go if you're going to put pistachios in here. Okay. And so
actually just folding the ingredients that you
yeah.
done?
So for anyone who doesn't know how to fold, it's instead of mixing it in and deflating all of the air,
okay,
go from here.
So we're just turning and folding at the same time?
Yeah.
And that just helps keep the actual shape?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna put this in the fridge to set anyway, and after this filling's been in the fridge for a little while, it does taste.
So how long would you leave it in the fridge for? Would you say 20 minutes?
30 minutes to an hour, just while you're frying the cannoli shells themselves. Even though I find that the longer you actually leave this in the fridge, this filling, the nicer it gets. It's one of those things that even with a day or two's time, the flavours really develop.
I'm really sorry guys,
Go for it. Wait till wait till I put the zest in there. That's when it will really taste nice. Okay.
I think I'm salivating at the moment, so it's
Yeah.
something that I really want to try.
Beautiful. And that's just going to make it, the whole thing, the zest will just make it all taste a little bit more. Okay. So, if we could just, maybe we should just put some plastic wrap over the top just to...
And then we'll let it sit in the fridge and let
Exactly.
it work its magic, I guess.
Beautiful.
I think the kids will have fun doing this.
Yeah.
So this
I actually probably wouldn't do this with kids, no, because you do have to deep fry and deal with oil, so maybe that part's not for kids, but yeah.
Yeah, this will be the more fun stage for the kids actually.
Yeah. And very important as well.
So
Flour.
when you're rolling the flour on the roller pin, what's that for?
Because we don't want the pastry to actually get stuck to the rolling pin.
Oh.
Yes.
Another tip out there, guys.
Exactly. I find this really helpful. I mean, this is a very important with cannoli, but now it's probably easiest to work in small batches when you do this. Okay. Just because you have to roll this out so thinly. I'm just passing me a knife. You have to roll it out so thinly that it just does get very difficult if you try and take on sort of too much at once.
So how would you divide them?
Just cut them into 4.
In 4s?
Yeah,
okay.
that can obviously be quite rough.
So it doesn't really need to be perfect?
No, not at all.
Okay.
This is just to make it easier for you. And now you have to roll this out till it's about 1/8 of an inch thick. So very, very, very fine.
So this is where the real work happens.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, if you don't have muscles like me, this will be a good technique to kind of build up these muscles
Exactly right. You can get a whole workout from working in the kitchen just by using your arms by rolling and squatting to open the oven and the fridge. So there you go.
Good tips for mums at home.
That's my story and I'm sticking to it. So now to actually make the cannoli, what you need to do is you get just a teacup,
So any
3
type
to
of cup
4,
or...
a small one, 3 to 4 inches in diameter. I mean, it does depend on how big you want to make your cannolis, but for ones this size, that's
yeah. You don't want to have a small pastry and a giant. Like...
Yeah, because these have got to fit on here. So
okay.
you cut them out with one of these, and then so this is where the flour comes in because it's so fine. What you actually do to make them is you roll it there, and then just take a little bit of your egg wash. So once again, that is just actually an egg beaten just in a bowl, just with a fork's fine.
Yep.
And then just take a tiny bit.
Okay, so you don't need too much. It's just
No,
to help seal it.
Exactly. It's just to seal it. You don't want, scrambled eggs.
Yeah,
on your cannoli.
Egg flavour cannoli is probably not the best.
Exactly. And then just make sure that you flare it out because that just helps.
So it almost kind of look like a collar shirt.
Yes. Oh, whoops. And that one has come off the mould, but yeah, we might need to make another one. But
mistakes happen.
Exactly.
But, you've got all the pastry there.
Exactly, and that's another reason why it's best just to do it in sort of small batches.
Okay.
Alright, so now we're ready to fry the cannolis. Well, we have been preheating the oil on the stove till about 360. Now to actually fry the cannolis, what you need to do is hold them with tongs. This is very risky business, as you might say. So make sure you have a very good, very firm grip on the cannoli, and just hold them in there. And for no longer than 3 minutes. You don't want to burn them. And if you feel the pasta snap, that is a good thing. So just hold them in there. You can only do one at a time, unless you have more. But if you have a look already, you'll see they're starting to cook. And these little bubbles means we've got good cannoli. If you don't see those bubbles, that means they're not going to be good. Another thing I've noticed as well with fried things is they may not look ready when they're in here, but after a minute or so, they'll darken up. So that's probably enough. That's probably fine. So just pop them over here. To remove this, you just grab a tea towel, and from one end, grab basically what you do. Hold this, and then pull off. So we can discard these, but as you'll see here, we have a lovely cannoli shell. Alright, so now we're ready to fill the cannoli. I've taken the filling out of the fridge and just put it in a piping bag, and I have just melted the dark chocolate from before. So I still have the little chips here, but we've melted that dark chocolate, and I just like to just...
Bit of decoration.
Yeah, just for a bit of decoration, just like to put them in.
Oh wow, yum.
Yeah, exactly. And then just pop it there, grab your piping bag, and then, even though it's a little bit messy, but look at that.
Yum.
Okay.
And then the best part?
Yeah, just finish off with yet a little bit more chocolate. Doesn't have to be super neat. And then if you want, you can even just, I could just grab the sifter.
Yep.
Hands are getting very dirty doing this, but that's all right. And then, obviously, that's enough. So,
okay. And then
there you go. You've got a little baby cannoli.
All right. Well, I'll let you finish up here, and then we can plate the final stuff.
No worries. And these are the finished cannolis.
Beautiful. Can't wait to taste them.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Enjoy.